Hello everyone and welcome to NETCRYPTO, where you get important information and news about all coins and tokens of interest. And today we are taking a look at Crypto All Stars. So this is a pre-sale that I highlighted as a scam, right, a couple of months ago. So I did highlight in that video that don't stake. Whatever you do, don't stake, right? Because staking forms the pillar of the scam, because this token is about to launch, or it is already launched by the time that you are watching this video, right? So just let me know, what is your experience? Are you able to claim your tokens, right? Because let's just take a quick look at the scam flow to just remind us what some of the things that you need to be careful of, especially now that we are on launch, right? So you need to watch this video all the way to the end. So now we are in stage 5, right, of the scam, right? So stage 5, that's when the launching occurs. It's on ETH, obviously. Why Ethereum? Because Ethereum is a deterrent for investors to sell because of high gas fees. That's why the scammers always choose Ethereum, right? So be careful right now of claim and stake, right? Be careful of claim and stake. If you click the button claim and stake, immediately you are going to stake your tokens and you are locked for 7 days, so that you will not be able to benefit from any artificial price pump in stage 6. That is, if there is going to be an artificial price pump, such as we saw in Pepe, right? In what is this? Pepe Unchained, right? So that's the other token that is also coming from the same scammers. These are the same scammers also who were behind Play Dodge, right? And numerous other scams. For example, they were behind Play Dodge. As you can see, the price, the way that it looks now, they were behind Pepe Unchained, which is still going down. They were behind also Dogeverse. They were behind Green Bitcoin. They were behind Dogecoin 20, right? They were also behind Slothana, right? So you need to be careful of claim and stake, right? And also, if you have actually staked, unfortunately, you might need to wait for 7 days, right, for you to be able to claim your tokens. And when you do claim, be careful again of just clicking the claim and stake button, right? And stage 8 is where the token drops between 80 and 90%, right? This can be anything from 1 week to 3 months after the pre-sale. Some of the pre-sales, soon after launch, they start to tank in price. So for this one, they're saying they raised, I think, about 20 something million, right? They say they raised around 20 something million during the pre-sale, right? That's what they're saying here. So we just have to wait and see exactly what is going to happen with this one, just as we did with Pepe Unchained. So now let's take a look at exactly how this scam actually works, right? We have a visual here that I created for these specific scammers. So everyone, if you bought in the pre-sale, you are here, right? You are in this box here, you bought in the pre-sale. And the people who bought in the pre-sale had 2 decisions, right? One is to stake, to not stake, and the other decision is to stake. And I did tell you from the start that don't stake your tokens, right? So those who have not staked today are going to have a chance to be able to claim, right, and sell and benefit from any price pump that is going to occur, if any price pump is going to occur, right? But for those who have staked, unfortunately, you might need to wait for 7 days, right? For 7 days. And be careful of clicking this button claim and stake, right? Be careful of clicking claim and stake. But unfortunately, when I say this is a scam, the scam actually is in this box right here. So what is this? This is the box where people get blocked. So you invest in the pre-sale, the scammers automatically adds your wallet to the blocked list. So it doesn't matter what you do, you will not be able to claim your tokens, right? So but I would suggest that try to exhaust by all means to ensure that it's not a technical issue, right? Before you conclude that you have been blocked, right? Use a browser wallet, right? Instead of an app, right? Clear your cookies, disconnect your wallet, clear your cookies, import the contract address in your wallet, all of those things. You try all of those things and it still doesn't work, right? Chances are you have been blocked, because that's how these guys operate, right? That's so. A lot of the investors who have invested into this are going to be sent right here into the blocked list. So how do they choose which investors to send to the blocked list, right? So let's, for example, pretend that 100,000 people invested into Crypto All Stars, right? 100,000 people invested into Crypto All Stars. So this huge circle here represents the whole 100,000. So how do they choose which ones they are going to block and which ones they are going to allow to be able to claim? Well, they use the 80-20 rule. This is something that we have seen across all these scams here, right? All these tokens here, all these are the scams that they have done. I have covered, rather. These scammers are behind all these scams. The list is even 3 times this, but these are the ones that I have covered on the channel in the past 1 year, just over a year, right, since I've been covering scams from these guys, right? So they use the 80-20 rule. So what that means is 100,000 people invest into the pre-sale, and there is a concept, right, on DEX tools of fish, shrimp, dolphins, and whales, right? So the shrimp, let's just go and take a look here. So the shrimp are the ones who invest under 1,000, right? And then the fish invest between 1,000 and 3,000. The dolphins invest between 3,000 and 10,000. And then the whales, they are the ones who invest over 10,000, right? So what the scammers do is they use the 80-20 rule, right? So majority of the money coming into this pre-sale, I believe they say they raised around 23 million into this one. So majority of that 23 million is coming from just 20% of the investors, right? Because there are some investors who drop 100K, 200K, right? Those investors out of the 100K are just 20,000 who have invested the largest amount. And the fish and the shrimp, these are the investors who have invested anything between $1 all the way up to around 3,000, right? Let's just take a look there. Yes, so all the way to 3,000, the fish and the shrimp, right? So these are the majority. These are 80,000 of the people who have actually bought into the pre-sale. So they will allow 80% of the fish and the shrimp to be able to actually claim, right, if they have not staked. If you have staked, you have to wait 7 days, right? Because staking also helps them to control the price, to pretend that it's not a scam. It even goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5x, right? Whereas a lot of people are staking, some are blocked, right? So they allow 80% of the fish and the shrimp to be able to actually claim. Why? Because these people will make the largest noise, right? In the Telegram groups, they will make the largest noise on multiple platforms to say, I've made 2x, I've made 3x, right? Whereas the 20,000, the ones who actually put the largest amount into this pre-sale, they are frozen, right? They are blocked. They are right here. They can't sell, right? And these people, it's money from these people that the scammers, they transfer to all sorts of places, right? Binance is one of them. There's a lot of subscribers here who have shown that some of these wallets that they are using across all these scams, they are sending some of that money to Binance, right? And some other places, right? So, and also the money that they use to prop up the price, to keep the price at the last price of the pre-sale. I believe the last price of the pre-sale for this one was 2016, right? That was the final price of the pre-sale. It's very important, 2016. That was the final price. So you need to check that price point to launch the price, to track the price once it is actually launched, right? So that's how they manage this. And when it comes to the dolphins and the whales, like the people who invest the largest amount, they allow only 20% of this to be able to actually claim, right? So that they balance it out to pretend like there's really nothing wrong. Because in some of the scams, we were able to catch them outright, that a lot of people dropped in huge amounts and they were not able to claim. So they've wised up now. They allow 20% of the dolphins and the whales to be able to claim, so that you will not be able to say that we've never seen a 50,000 claim occurring, right? People who bought 50, 60,000, 100,000. So they allow 20% of this and they allow 80% of this, right? And then all the other money, they help the other money to themselves, and some of the money they allow the fish and the shrimp to be able to make maybe 2, 3x, right? In some of these instances. And there are multiple strategies that they do depending on what happens at launch. For this one, I did not cover it extensively. So it might not be shocking that a lot of people are actually staked into this one, right? Which will actually help them to pretend that everything is normal. The price is under control, right? So we just have to wait what is going to happen now, right? That's the reason why I say don't buy during the pre-sale. Like right now, this thing is about to launch, right? that's when you can decide to buy if you want, right, directly on the DEX, because when you buy on the DEX, you avoid this whole thing here, right? You avoid being blocked, you avoid the 7 days taking, you avoid the issues that come with claiming your tokens, right? A lot of people bought on BNB have got issues with claiming and so on. You avoid all those things, right? Because the people behind this project are scammers. And by the way, stay away from Best Wallet. Best Wallet is a wallet coming from the same scammers as well, right? So this is a launch video for this scam, and we're going to be watching it to see exactly what is going to happen with this one, right, and increase our knowledge base, because the purpose for the channel is to help you so that you wise up against the scammers. You see them 1,000 miles away, right? So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.